I'm telling you, I could have made it big if it wasn't for my knees.
Yeah, in C grade.
And my unnatural fear of foot rot. Hi, you're listening to It's My Turn, the podcast where two siblings discuss literally everything.
And nothing is out of bounds.
We're talking family feuds, dumb opinions, guest roasts, and weekly chaos. Popular memes, popular and not so popular opinions. Nothing is off limits.
Language warning, we swear, we argue, we abuse, and we love.
So, you've been fucking... Oh, we're going to have to start again.
No, we just got to edit it.
You've been fucking warned.
Howdy, howdy, let's get rowdy. You're listening to It's My Turn, the podcast where two siblings blue. And, alright people, brace yourselves. We've got the one person who can actually tell you who's been lying on this podcast.
The original referee,
Mum. Welcome, Gail.
Thanks. Also known as Gags.
Yes.
G.
Lovingly known as Gags. Ma. Mama Bear. Mama G.
Gagamonmon. Yeah.
Gagging on men.
Dingleberry.
And as you can tell, this is where they get their sense of humour. What an animal.
Yeah, that was one time.
Alright, we'd like to give you a couple of introductory stories to introduce our dear mother. You kick us off, Rowan.
I think one of my favourite Gale stories is we were fishing for squid at Port Welshpool on the Long Jetty, and anyone that's been there knows there's a big tin shed with a diving bell and things in there from years gone past. And anyway, there was probably 30 or 40 people fishing on the jetty this night, including us. And everyone had their speakers playing songs and music and all kinds of things. And it went quiet, like everyone's speaker stopped at like just one time. And Mum's let out the biggest fart you've ever heard, that echoed and reverberated the length of the jetty. And as she's just emerged from the dark, Brendan's come running out and gone, "Mummy's farted!"
There's no pretending that it's not you in that case.
There were only 3 people in that shed, and one man exited as it started. And then it was Brendan and Gail.
He knew what was about to hit. He said, nah. Miss me with that shit.
Another good story that just popped up would be the time you guys were fishing for tuna and Gail fell over. But thankfully she did not drop the rod.
Yeah, she didn't drop the rod.
Queen!
She went ass up in the back of the boat, fell backwards, didn't lose the fish, didn't drop the rod, but landed on a sinker and got the massive bruise on her arm.
And then to show us how bad it was, she put her phone in the window and got it to record, but her window backed right onto the main road in and out of town.
Ooh, arse shot.
Oh, yeah,
So she probably would have been safer to just flash us.
Candid.
Move. Now, this isn't a favourite story, but I do like to hear Mum retell it because I always think it's so crazy. Remember when I nearly got kidnapped at a supermarket?
Oh, yeah. So that was at the Venture. For those of you can remember back that long ago when there was a Venture clothing store. Pam and I were shopping like we tended to do occasionally. And Lanes was just hanging around the clothes. She was bored already. So she was sort of hiding in amongst the clothes racks and all that sort of thing. Next minute, I look around and I can't see her, and I look out and I see someone striding out of the doors holding Elena's hand, and they were hurrying, in quite a hurry. So anyway, I've bolted after them, as you would, and yelled at, hey, stop, And she was halfway out with trying to take Elena. She was a cute little thing, though.
I would have gone for a pretty penny.
She would have given them back, I reckon.
But I just can't help but notice the similarities that you've been hiding in clothes racks for a very long time.
She clearly hasn't learnt her lesson.
We've all been there.
It's my comfort spot.
I've hidden in the clothes rack to avoid seeing someone I don't like. in the
Rude bitch,
supermarket.
it was probably me.
Probably. I also wanted to bring up, and this is one that we're going to post a picture of for you people playing along at home, who wore a better of tragic outfits that our mother has put us in. Please feel free to drop your own in the comments if you have any. Rowan wore this divine little jockey suit.
I looked like I was about to ride Winks up the straight on the first Tuesday in November.
And my personal favourite is my all-purple velour suit with flippers. You know, like flippers that you wear for swimming?
I made that.
I was going to say, you made both of those fits, didn't you?
No, I didn't make
No,
the
not the
jockey
jockey
outfit.
outfit.
Was that a Halloween item?
You'll
Or?
be
It was fashionable.
It could have been
It was
Oshkosh, you
sweaty.
bitch.
Yeah, it was fashionable amongst,
Sweaty, look
it
it
was
up.
fashionable amongst Damien Oliver and his friends.
Well, you were short enough to be a jockey.
Well, you'll be able to find that on our on the Facebook or the Instagram.
Because we are on all socials now.
Yeah.
Wow. Even TikTok.
I don't know how to do TikTok, but I think I'm going all right.
Yeah, I don't think we actually are. I think Rowan just took his own personal TikTok and...
I did because
Well,
I
that
didn't
video
know how to
of
start another
me
one.
falling out of the car did get a few likes, I
Oh,
saw.
that video of Elena falling out the car got flagged for sexual content, and I'm not sure what was. Was it the bit where she kissed the concrete?
Pretty hot, I've got to say.
So if I get to defend myself against the fart down at that
Yeah,
jetty,
go on.
I don't
What's your
feel like I
defence
should
here?
defend it because the acoustics were perfect. The moment was there. And
If
I
it's
took
right,
it.
it's right.
And I took it.
Fake
And there was
is
no
fake.
denying it. I couldn't, there was no.
Oh, especially that when Brendan bolts out of there and goes,
Mum's farted!
Well, no, he did it a little bit quieter with the farted part because you and I shushed him. But yes, everyone heard that it was Mum.
Good times.
And she's already defended herself with the clothes because apparently that was a style
It
at
was
the time.
fashion
people.
sweaty. Look it up.
Yeah, look, I'm a little bit younger than
fashion
Rowan,
at the spring carnival.
but I don't remember jockey fits being...
What was those silky tracksuits?
It was a different
They're all
time.
the go.
Oh, God.
with diamonds in the middle.
It was a simple time.
You looked good. I don't know what the issue is really.
Some say it was child abuse. Not me personally. I think I looked swish.
It's the only time in your life where you haven't been in trackies and crocs.
All right, well, I want to try a game, and we're going to call it Mum the Judge. Mum remembers this. Lena's a bit young, but it's one of the stories why I originally got the front seat. We were pulling into the hotel in Queensland, and it was late at night, so we stopped and got some roast chicken, which was a fucking A1 decision, roast chicken and rolls. Like, you cannot go wrong. And so I was in the back seat, and it had been a long trip. I don't think I'd slept for 2 days. And they put the chicken on the back floor, and I deliberately kicked the chicken, and I don't think I've ever been whipped into the front seat quicker in my
You
life.
fat-footed fuck.
And he
Why'd
got
you
named
do that?
And I also got the new nickname.
Chicken Foot.
It's kind of endearing. I think it's a cute nickname, and
We-
I don't
we
think you
didn't mean
deserved
it.
that.
We didn't mean it in a nice way.
No.
And the actual reason that Rowan got the front seat was because he used to get in, when he was in the back, the other kids would be quiet and sleeping or peaceful, and he'd just annoy them and keep them awake until they all cracked up. So, because he was just such a fucking shit stirrer, we had to put him in the front, in the middle, because, of course, we had 4 kids in a 6-seater, so...
Yeah, that was the old Fairlane. What was that, 65 compact?
64 compact, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd also like to point out that it still happens to this day. Gail and I witnessed it last week. Rowan annoying Brendan because he was in the front seat and Rowan was in the back.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
It
We haven't
hasn't
really grown out
changed.
of that.
I'd also like to bring up a story about that Fairlane when we lived on Law Street, I believe. Elena and Brendan were playing in it. Do you remember, Mum? And they took off the handbrake and took it out of park and rolled it into the house.
They had left the door open too. It's the only thing that stopped it from rolling out the driveway.
I don't remember it, but I believe it.
You were little.
Because it's not the only car I rolled into another one.
Well, the house has still got a significant mark out of it where I believe the
Really?
car. Yeah.
Actually, it was just Brendan. Lanes wasn't
I thought Lena
born.
was there. No,
No,
she was
I,
born.
no,
She was
I
born
rolled
in
the
Heather
car
Grove.
into the other car, not the house.
Yeah.
At Haunted Hills, I rolled a car
Two accidents.
into
You
another
had 2
car.
accidents before you even had your license.
No, I wasn't there for the first one.
You were in spirit.
And my driving has not improved to this day. I drove into a tram spot the other day in Melbourne, you know, where passengers get on the tram. I drove in there.
Aren't they elevated?
Yeah. It looks
Ring,
like
ring. Oh, is that Victoria Police?
it looks like the right place to go.
Yeah, it was if you wanted to catch the tram.
Melbourne Drift mini style.
Like, yeah, I got that little car. Well, what's your expert ruling, Mum?
I
Cunt or not cunt?
Rowan was definitely a cunt.
Chicken foot.
No was about it, still had.
I was going to say, it's very much still to this day. If you're in the car by yourself with Rowan, good luck, because you will cop it.
Yes.
It's still safer than being in the car with me.
And more fun.
One will leave you mentally scarred, the other one will leave you physically scarred.
What about when I was driving home from work? I think it was during COVID. And you must have been sitting in the front of our old house and there was windows looking out to the road. And Maddie just saw me whip past. I went right past the house and did another big blocky because I was listening to a song. She's like, where the hell's Elena going?
I think we were waiting for
all
you to
been
do
there.
something, or we had to go do something for Gail, and she's like, wait for Elena. And we were, and Elena just, whoosh.
That front lawn though was good.
Yeah.
Like you could see everything out the front window. I remember getting my van sideways across that front lawn in a mad power drift.
What
And
about the elf?
also,
Oh,
yeah.
the elf when I couldn't
Yeah, the
get it.
elf.
When I pulled in the driveway in the Riley Elf, look yourself up a Riley Elf. But I think I was doing about 80 k's and I was on my L's and I swung in there and had that baddie on two wheels and we were going sideways to sideways up the driveway.
Not near
And
Gail's precious
Elena
roses.
was learning to drive in the elf as well and went up on two wheels through a roundabout.
Yeah, I
rather
didn't
than
want to slow
actually,
down.
she didn't want to change gears,
Well,
so
actually,
she just.
it was a new roundabout.
It was.
We didn't know it was there, but the guy with the stop sign in the middle of it looked scared.
He looked very surprised.
But don't know why.
I don't know why. Sug. Bonus question for you, Mum. Which kid was easier to raise?
Brandon.
That's really fucking rough. I've not once seen Brendan help you finish a charcuterie board.
I was going to say,
Don't know about that.
I'm not buying into this argument.
I have my dad. Well, you could have said Ryan or something.
Yeah, something more believable. All right. Mum's advice corner. Any life advice for us, Mum?
Keep it light and fluffy.
Yeah, you need to learn to completely block people out.
All right. It's good.
Fair.
It's good for your sanity.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Jack.
It's not.
Yeah,
good
I'm
for
not going back to work.
So the kids always reckoned I was deaf, but I wasn't.
yeah.
I was just ignoring them most of the
Yeah,
time.
that advice is great, but it doesn't do much for our sanity when Brendan will not shut
Yeah,
up.
not my problem though, because I can't hear him.
Mummy, Gail, I've sneezed.
Mummy,
We're all
Mum,
just
Mama.
like, can you please acknowledge him?
Why is Brendan so adamant on getting someone to bless him when he sneezes? Like, he will be there for 5 minutes. Say, bless you. Say, bless you.
It's only
I've
right.
sneezed.
He earned it.
So you know there's a reason for bless you. It's rooted in pagan times.
Yes.
When Brendan was born.
Correct. So there was bless you was to ward off evil spirits from sneezing or
Yeah, well,
something.
fuck, someone must have
something
forgot
like
to
that.
bless him at least once in
I was
his
going to
time.
say,
Evil spirits got
he is
him.
our evil spirit.
Well, you know, when I was little, Mum got my hearing tested because I was ignoring everyone as well.
Yeah, that was sanity.
Apparently,
Oh,
there was
my.
nothing wrong with my hearing.
Trying to
Yeah,
keep your
Same
sanity.
thing happened with my eyesight. They took me to the get an eye test because my handwriting was so terrible. And it was just I'm a terrible handwriter.
Oh, God. All right. One thing you'd ban from the podcast if you could.
Nah, I think all bets are off.
No.
Yeah, you
Slandering
guys
Ryan
are
for me.
adults,
All right.
mostly.
Quick fire quiz.
All right.
Who texts you more?
Lanes.
Woo! Who would survive longer if left in the bush?
Rowan.
Which one of you was the worst teenager?
I don't think either of you were bad
I'd like to
teenagers,
say
to be
when I
honest.
was a teenager, Mum sort of did the opposite to most parents. She used to try and beg me to go out to parties, but I'd much rather just stay home and watch the footy.
I know,
Send
imagine
me
my
off with a
shame.
6-pack of mud shakes and wish me luck.
Yeah, she used to try to send me out into the wilderness with like a 6-pack of jacks or something.
So that's life
Nah,
advice. I trusted you until you proved otherwise, and you never proved otherwise.
That's
So.
because we never left home.
Yeah, I only moved out 2 years ago.
All right, I got one last question for Mum.
All right.
What was the most unhinged thing you've done as a teenager?
All right, here's one I prepared earlier. So when I lived in Mildura from when I was 7 until I was 13, and then we moved down to Maui. So about a year later, I went back up to Mildura to visit a girlfriend who was still, obviously she was still in Mildura. So I took the train up by myself as a 14-year-old, as you do. And we ended up going camping out Lake Kalalarain, which is about 50 or 60 k's out of Mildura. And anyway, me and this girl got into a serious blue over some shit, and I don't even remember what it was, but I hitchhiked home at night.
I think if you actually research it too, there might have been a serial killer from like Colour of the Rain.
Well, he missed his chance with me because I got picked up by some very kind bloke, and he took me to
his basement.
He took me to his basement. No, he took me into Mildura to my sister-in-law's mum's house. He still lived in Mildura, so where I stayed the night and then caught the train home the next day.
That's crazy.
Do you remember her name?
Andrea.
Fuck you, Andrea.
Andrea Bell. Her
Yes,
name was.
Yeah, shout out Andrea Bell.
And
If we find you, we're coming for you.
and we haven't spoken since.
I'd actually
Not
like,
hold a
if
grudge.
we could get on to Andrea Bell, I'd actually like to set up a UFC-style fight between Mum and her, and I'd like the stadium to be like Colour of the Rain campground.
I was
She wouldn't
thinking
stand a
cage
chance.
match.
All good options.
I can't believe you did that. I'm scared of taking the train and I'm 28 years old. Let alone hitchhiking.
She's from a different time.
I would have just found a bush to sleep in or something. It probably would have been safer.
It's a simpler time.
Yeah, I guess. Wow. You've heard it here first, folks. Don't hitchhike.
Unless you're like Colour of the Rain.
Well, did Andrea get taken by the serial killer?
We can only hope.
She was there with her family, so I assume she wasn't.
They let you leave.
Oh, they didn't
So
have a
it
lot
would
of
have
say
been-
in it. I just
So it
fucked
would have been a
off.
5-on-1. It's understandable why she didn't throw down.
So irresponsible of her parents.
I think I left me without asking somehow.
Well, I hope that they're dead. They should be, but I hope they're dead.
She's probably up there sharpening a knife, and they're like, Andrea, where's your friend?
See, I dodged a bullet.
Mum was breakfast. What do they call it? Long ham?
It was
Long pork.
long pork.
Shame, man.
And it was a pretty shit trip anyway because there was a mouse plague. So we lied in our tent at night and you could see mice running across the top of the tent and we were like flicking them off.
Hitchhiking
I'm
was the
also
only option for
not
you.
going to lie.
Oh, the mice
mouse-
didn't worry me.
The mouse plague was probably the second worst thing about that trip. The first worst thing was being in Lake Colour of the Rain.
It's not a bad spot.
Oh, all right, Mum, you get the final word. Any sign-offs for our podcast this week?
No, sorry. I didn't prepare anything.
Anticlimactic. But
Well,
anyway.
All right, well, now we're on the Facebook and the Instagram and the TikTok. Don't forget to like them. I'll be posting some videos, and we want to hear your feedback on the outfits this week of who wore it better. Mm-hmm. And also,
Local business shout out to Reformer House for their puppy Pilates today. Very, very fun. Very nice. We did a business shout out last week, Elena.
I have a business and so does Rowan. We haven't shouted them out.
Well,
But sure, go off, Reformer.
yeah, not like I'm changing lives.
you guys write this. You could put yourselves in there so easily.
We're just not like that. We're humble.
Humble Kings.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
hope this doesn't get edited out so we can see how humble they really are.
All right. Till next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.